Yes, that's exactly right. You're watching other people when you're dealing with ethics, and you observe them. An example that I give is when you talk about your mentors or your adults as you're looking as a kid or even as an adult, people you look up to, they're both good things and bad things that people do. As you know, you see them on TV, you see them in your family, you see them in your friends. And I kind of take one of my brother's examples, actually, when he talks about a pantry. Does anybody have a pantry at home where you keep all your food? Okay. And I don't know about you guys, but as a kid, I didn't exactly love every bit of food in the pantry. Just like with your friends. You may not love every bit of food in the pantry, just like you may not love every bit of integrity that your friends have, the ethics that your friends have. Whether or not they say, "Oh, I'm going to be very Christian," and then they go out and cuss and steal and cheat and party, or they say, "Oh, I love you, my girlfriend, boyfriend," but then you go out and flirt, and it doesn't look like you're not loving them by actions. So those are different types of integrity that I truly think you have to think about, like your pantry, where you reach up and you grab that food that you like and you're going to keep it because it's really good. Or you may look up there and go, "You know what, that person really is a screamer and yells and makes me feel uncomfortable." I've had a couple of those in my life. And you know what, screaming and yelling doesn't get a lot done. And so maybe I'll leave that bit of food up on the shelf. So I kind of think about ethics as being that when you're watching people. And again, it comes down to integrity. Ethics, like integrity, is doing the right thing when people are watching and doing the right thing when people aren't watching. And sometimes you learn a lot about your friends along those lines. Here's the basic rules of ethics that we have mentioned. Respect for the dignity of everybody. Being autonomous, self-governing, taking care of yourself. Nobody should enforce ethics on you. It should be up to you to do this. In your book, it talks about different guidelines derived. What happens if you're in a relationship, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, or boss, working at a store or a business, and they have different ethics than you? These rules are different than anybody else's. What happens then?
Quit the job, sir.
You can quit the job, or you can get in trouble. Or how about that? If you go work for somebody who has ethics like this, but yet you're dishonest and you choose to steal, or you choose to leave early, then guess what? If you have different values and different ethics, the people you're working with, you're not going to be working that long for them, right? I always talk about high school being experimental years where you're trying to figure out what you like and don't like academically and socially and athletically, and you need to find out whether or not your actual peers have the same ethics and the same background that you have. What does it mean when it says, "What is ethics? Be moderate"? What does that mean? What does it mean? Be moderate. Does it mean you can't be a liberal Democrat or conservative Republican? What does it mean? Yes, sir.
Don't do anything too excessively.
Don't do what now?
Don't do anything too excessively.
Don't do anything too excessively to go off the deep end. You're right. To keep people or yourself in trouble. That's a good idea. What else? What does it mean? Be moderate.
Be in the middle. Don't do too much or too little.
Well, it's saying that if you go to extremes, just like Cadet Haslam was saying, then potentially you won't be around people with the same ethics that you have. I mean, you may start harming people. Habits. How long does it take you to establish a habit in your life? That's a good question. If you're saying, "I want to go running today and lose some weight, I want to lift weights," how long does it take to do it? Yes, sir.
21 days.
21 days. I've always heard 2 weeks. I've always heard 14 days. To get up early and go swimming for a swim team, or do your homework every night, or stay ahead of the game. Yes, ma'am.
Today in my JTED class, we were talking about like habits and stuff, and we said that it was 30 days.
30 days.
Form a new habit, a different or a better habit or whatever.
What happens if you blow it off for the Thanksgiving weekend? Yes. You end up having a little problem there, and you have to start over with the habits. Exactly.
It's a month to get one and an hour to get rid of one.
That's probably true, or at least a couple days. Are all habits good for you?
No, sir.
Give me some examples of good habits.
Tobacco chewing.
Smoking and tobacco chewing are good habits, right?
No, I think you said something.
Gotcha.
Very healthy.
Yeah, smoking and tobacco, that's a very good one. What other some good smoking and tobacco habits?
Good habit is doing your homework after school, taking an hour after school to do your homework. Another is every day after 6 to go walking or go running.
You know, I think it was I was in high school. I probably was my sophomore year in high school. I had this teacher who taught me, I think it was world history, and she was very smart. You could tell she was very smart, but she absolutely had this habit that kind of drove all the students crazy. She was very, very particular about where the pencils were, even on her desk. And everything was spotlessly in place. And we couldn't even sit with our chairs out of, like you're sitting right there. You'd have to be very proper sitting in the chairs. It kind of drove the students crazy. And but we, of course, did what she said because we wanted to do well in her class. But about Christmas time frame, about this same time frame, we had enough guts to ask her. And I remember her name was Ms. Stone, I'm pretty sure. So, Ms. Stone, how come you like to put all your pencils lined up exactly in order and everything? She goes, oh, that's real easy. I'm lazy. And we go, my gosh, it must kill you to organize this classroom like here. And she goes, oh, no, I'm just the laziest lady in the world. I hate to look for anything. And I just, if I look for anything, I waste time. So I just like to be organized and not have to worry about it. So that's an example of a habit that may be different for us or different for her, but in her explanation, it saved her time, it made her efficient, and she knew exactly where everything was in her life. And so, again, it develops your best potential, that's for sure, and works out well. Okay, what about an ethical dilemma? This is one that's always good when I interview students for the Air Force Academy, and I give them an ethical dilemma. Such as, you're first year of college, you're there with a roommate, he's a great guy, she's a great girl, and you've made real good friends with them, and they've invited you over to their house for Thanksgiving. And you're going to have a great time, and they live in a very affluent neighborhood, and they're going to feed you well. And the week before Thanksgiving, last week, you find out that they've actually been cheating pretty significantly and regularly on their math test. And you're making a C and they're making an A. So how would you handle that ethical dilemma there, Cadet McGee?
I think I would confront them about it.
You would do what?
Confront them about it.
Okay.
And
And they go, no, you got to be kidding me, Ryan. I'm not doing that stuff. Man, I can't wait to go home. We go home to my family here. What do you mean accusing me of cheating?
Well, I would tell them it's not fair, and I would probably talk to them about it. And if that doesn't work, then I don't know. It depends on how good they are, I guess.
Well, I'm just telling you, if you have not had a situation like that so far, you're a very rare teenager. When I was a teenager, I had a friend who stole stuff. He was a kleptomaniac, meaning he stole a lot of stuff. And to this day, I do regret me not calling him being the good friend. Is the good friend the person who ignores the lying, cheating, stealing? Or is a good friend who points it out so they don't get in more trouble. And my friend, we'll call him Bob, was really good at buying something that had a big box, and he'd stick all the freebie stuff in it, and he'd go scan it through, or back then you didn't scan it, but he'd steal stuff by putting it in. I saw him do it one time. I'd heard about it, but I actually saw him do it, and I did not make him stop. And so I am 52 years old, and I'm regretting stuff I did not do when I was 16 or 17. And, of course, Bob did not turn out that well either. I'm sure one time at least he got in trouble with the law, because if you're shoplifting at age 16, what are you doing at age 18 or 28? So anyway, I kind of feel bad. I'm just telling you, my conscience bothers me because I did not live up to the cadet honor code of I will not lie, cheat, or steal, nor tolerate those who do. It's real easy to say, oh, I don't lie, cheat, or steal. But having your buddy do one of those and you're not calling it out to them is where you're letting them down as much as they are. And that's kind of back to the integrity thing. If you tolerate somebody doing something poorly, then you are just as guilty as they are in many senses of the word. Kind of like myself, and seeing you guys do things like public display of affection, playing with cell phones when you shouldn't, any other kind of stuff, improper dress. If I don't correct that and I look you guys in the eye, then Colonel Peoples is not going to care if I use cell phones during class, and consequently you may think I tolerate that. And when you tolerate lying, cheating, and stealing, and drinking and partying and drugs with your friends, then obviously they think that you approve of that, right? And I promise you, when they get caught, they could just as easy point fingers at you because, hey, he knew I was doing it. He didn't stop me. And my friend in high school that was shoplifting, I do regret that as an ethical failure of mine. All righty. So let's see here. Value system. What's a value system? Cadet Bean?
It's a set of ideals, beliefs, interests, likes, and dislikes.
There you have it. This is kind of like what do you believe in? I don't know if you heard one of the radio stations, National Public Radio, has a series where they talk about this I believe. What do you believe in? And I think it's a rather significant question when you ask yourself, what do you believe in as far as your character or your beliefs? How about give me some ideals or beliefs that you could believe in? Everybody, I'll tell you what, let's go around the room. That'd be good. Start with you, Cadet Brudenell. Give me something that you believe in.
God.
Okay, you believe in God. Very good. Next, Cadet Overton. You can't repeat anybody, so you guys better be thinking, okay? Something that you believe in.
Love.
Love. Good. That's an ideal or belief. Next. Jesus. It's a 3 in 1, though. You can debate that, but that's probably the same thing, right? I don't know. Y'all give him a thumbs up or a thumbs down for that? Thumbs down. All right, come up with something else. Get back to Vish. Sorry. Thank you for playing. What else do you believe in? Hope. Okay, that's good. I believe in hope. Do you guys know when President Obama ran for president, the first time? Do y'all remember that? That was one of his things, is he believed in hope. What was interesting for me is years before you guys were even born, where was President Clinton born? What state was President Clinton born in? Starts with an A, in Southern. No. Arkansas. Exactly. And what was the name of the town in which he was born in? Hope, Arkansas. And so, Clinton. So it was interesting that he said, yes, and even in Arkansas today, there is a town named Hope where people's dreams come afloat. So it's very interesting. So I believe in hope too. What else? Cadet McGee?
I believe in integrity.
Integrity. Very good. Cadet Walensky.
I believe that you shouldn't lie.
That you should lie?
Should not lie.
Should not lie.
All the time.
I can't hear you because all the guys playing basketball out here. All right, you should not lie. Good. Cadet Conrad Carroll, what do you believe in?
I believe in putting others before yourself.
Putting others before yourself, okay? Selfless behavior, okay?
I believe in family.
Family, very good, very good. I do that too. Yes?
I believe in food.
Believe in food, believe in eating, right? You're too skinny believing that. You got to have another one. Just kidding. Next.
I believe in loyalty.
Hold it. Loyalty. I got you. That's very good. Loyalty. Cadet Navarro.
I believe in America.
I believe in America. That's good. That's good. For me, I believe in most everything you guys said. I'm not sure if I believe in food. Just kidding. I have to work hard to keep my weight off now. But I think that some of you haven't said that I really do believe in service. I believe in serving other people and having some kind of dedication to include that in your selfless behavior. So you need to think about value system. It's a fun thing. Military has its own set of values. What is our Air Force core values? Gee, does that sound like a semester test question? Our Air Force core values? All right, so repeat that again slowly. What is it?
Integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do.
Excellent. Yes, those are the Air Force core values. We need to be able to explain what are our Air Force core values. Cadet Bean, tell me about excellence in all we do. What does that mean?
It means that no matter what you're doing, you should always try to do your best, whether it's scrubbing toilets or fixing a jet. You should always try your best regardless of what you're doing.
I agree with that. And I guess you've heard my speech before that the first job I ever had was scrubbing toilets. When I was about 16 years old, I was scrubbing toilets very enthusiastically for a steak restaurant. And my friend had sort of got me the job, and he was up on the pay scale, but I was a toilet cleaner. And I did that so well, I was moved up to the snack bar or to the salad bar. Yes, sir.
You might have done it well, but I don't think you did it enthusiastically.
Oh, no, I did. You have to have a positive attitude. If you don't, attitude's everything. Didn't you see the other part of this thing about attitude is everything? I was very positive. I had arduous labor, but I was very enthusiastic about it. Cadet Overton, yes.
I work at Fry's, and there was just one time where the men's urinal overflowed and I had to clean it up.
Well, I probably made you a stronger person. The urinal, so therefore, did you have to plunge it? I'm one of the best plungers in the world.
It was flush, but then it never disappeared, just kept
Drained.
Just had to mop it.
Well, that's called, guess what your parents probably do once or twice a year? That's called being an adult, okay? And I promise you, anything you've ever seen in a toilet is nothing compared to what you see in a baby's diaper. Which means, all you guys' baby diapers, you got to be kidding me. It's
Thousands.
It is a loving.
Just the kids in this room.
I babysat for like 3 days. Like this little like baby and would not stop.
It's
All babies do is eat, and there you go. Okay, service before self. Let's finish up the Air Force core values. Tell me about service before self, someone. Who has not talked today? Haslam's talked. Walensky's talked. Johnson, tell me about service before self.
It means helping others before you help yourself.
It means helping other people before you... that is true. That is absolutely true. I agree with that. What about... I think it also means that you're willing to serve the Air Force, in this particular instance, since it's the Air Force, before you care about serving yourself. And actually, again, as being a selfless leader, you end up helping the team before you help yourself. Give me an example of service before self. Give me an example of that. Yes, Cadet Bean.
You have a date one night, but you also need to finish a presentation for your work or school, so you do that first, and then go out and have fun.
Reward, do your work before play type of thing. Cadet Bektovich. Hey, what now? War hero, you're on a team? Like a Medal of Honor winner? How many people here want to earn a Medal of Honor? Raise your hand.
You know what that would involve? Getting a Medal of Honor?
Generally means you're dead, okay?
There's
plenty of people who
I'm just saying, you don't want to, you can quote Colonel Peoples, you don't want to go out with a goal of your life of winning a Medal of Honor. That's not a good goal.
I took down a
Okay. Yes, Cadet Brunel.
Has anybody ever had a Medal of Honor and like lived?
Yes, about 50, I think. I mean, I saw a statistic or something like that. Very few. One out of 10. I don't know. Yes, sir.
Holding the door open for someone.
Holding door. That's just as simple as that. Or how about this? How about this? Service before self. Actually, I don't know where this comes in. Maybe excellence in all we do. One simple thing I learned in high school, because I was in student council, is that I learned that if you are the first person to say hello, or to smile, or say, hey, how's it going? When you're walking down the hall, when you're walking in a classroom, when you're seeing your teacher, if you're the first person to say hello, then that other person's day is brightened. And also brightens you, because you're actually serving other people by trying to cheer them up. And so I generally try to do that. Like if I'm walking down the hall and I see you guys, I'll be the first one to say hello and wake you up. Yeah, no. All right, what about integrity first? We have talked about that. Let's see. Give me an example of good integrity. Cadet Navarra.
Good integrity would be to, like you said, say hello to someone first in the morning, or open up a door for them, or just help someone out without being asked. Okay.
And maybe keeping your ethics up and doing the right thing when again, like the example I gave about all your peers that do risky behavior, you need to be the one to tell them knock it off and don't do it, even though a lot of people are walking. If you have a buddy who's drinking, you need to be able to walk right up to him and say, hey, give me the keys. Don't walk off. Don't drink and drive. Don't end up like, we've had 3 students here die in the last 7 years I've been here because of drinking and driving. So, you can save somebody's life, even though you may not be the popular, cool person that day. You're doing the right thing. That's a good example of integrity first. All righty. And I expect you guys to know the Air Force core values. Cadet McGee, what's Air Force core value? What are the 3 core values?
Integrity first. Service before yourself.
Gee whiz, read the picture here.
Excellence in all we do.
Cadet Lindsay, you got that?
Yes, sir.
Good answer. Cadet Bektovich, what's the second one?
service before self.
Great job. ISE. Just remember that, ISE. Okay. Integrity, service, and excellence. Exactly. All righty, we are coming up here to the end of the class period. We can close all this up. And Cadet McGee, why don't you come up and get ready to go?
Fight! Hudson, Hood! Dismissed.
Go do great